Hey there, buddy. How's it going today? Draken here. Most of the day is already over, unfortunately, on Sunday. Spent a good bit of it relaxing. Spent a little bit of it playing some Dead Space. That wasn't too bad. What's going on with the mouse here? Oh, because my controller was upside down, spazzing out. That makes sense. There we go. I do not plan to use my controller for Star Rail. We'll either use my mouse and keyboard or my phone.
I heard that thing's been cursed.
Look, stickers. I want those stickers for Steam. Maybe I can actually get those for Steam. Pom-poms.
Hey, you came. That was fast. Didn't I tell you? Long story short, the underground used to have many mines. However, in recent years, some sort of corrosion called the fragmentum started to spread. The one we're heading into is relatively unaffected. A bunch of vagrants made it their home after their old turf was consumed by the fragmentum. Actually, but with such a large group, it's inevitable that troublemakers will find their way in. They've been stealing stuff from the miners and picking fights. And that's not the worst of it. Things are much more serious this time. For 2 days now, huge clashes. Mines are our lifelines in the underworld. We have to keep providing geomarrow to the overworld in exchange for... In order to quell the situation, Chief Oleg brought wildfire into the mine and left me in charge of security for the towns. But the situation in the mine is critical. I have to back him up.
Alright, sounds like the plan.
That's for you. The chief...
Good. I've been wanting to come face to face with the leader of the underworld.
You're about to...
Oh yeah, we were too low of a level to start this last time, that's why we didn't. Oh yeah, but... what's our... Aha! There we go. How many of these do we have? 15? I don't really think there's any special thing I care about doing this time. Probably do a couple of these before the night's over to try to get something. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Couple hundred Trailblaze experience for these things isn't too bad. This is a super easy one. Abundance. Well, there's the relic sets. Herta's store. Yeah, we'll have to figure out where Herta's store is. Might be in the menu or something too. Currently own 2. Okay, let's teleport and just quickly blast through, I guess, 2 of these. Librium, so that must be a world level. Or something. Yeah, we'll be doing this.
Don't mess with me. Whoops.
That'll be over in a minute here.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
I think
Illusions
she's
of
only
the past.
single target, but she hits pretty hard. Or at least that level of a person hits pretty hard.
Yep.
See a lot of people with her. Could just be because she's the newest one.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
That's good enough for now. I don't really care too much about that. Claim. And we should get the other ones just from doing this stuff. Fast one return as an avalanche.
Don't worry, Mr. Swarrock. We'll be safe here.
Huh? Isn't that the doctor lady? What's Natasha do? Nat, I didn't think you'd be here. Where's Oleg?
Hey, Zilla and Sampo's guests. So it looks like you've already met. I haven't seen Oleg. The miners said they saw him take a group further in. heard that the miners had been having violent clashes with local thugs, with significant numbers of wounded. I hurried over here to see if I could help. You see these people? They're all miners and their family members. They want an explanation from the instigators. This area up ahead is a vagrant dwelling, but they've sealed off the entrance. I guess they're afraid that angry miners might try to take revenge.
How could the situation here become such a mess?
I heard that first mining team found a geomarrow vein with incredible deposits. The initial estimate put it at the largest discovery in the last 30 years.
Are you serious? That's big news. How come I never heard about it?
Well, they weren't in a hurry to make it known. Most of the mines have been contaminated by the fragmentum. Many people are out of work. They were afraid of being overwhelmed if they let the word out. But the vagrants here have keen eyes. They couldn't keep it hidden from them. Some local gangs wanted to profit from the situation, so they blackmailed the mining team for hush money. And that was the final straw. As it happens, that's exactly the law we have down here. But the vagrants have their own custom. And that's how the clash started. Now both sides are dealing with... So, are you guys here to help resolve the...
They're here because they need a favor from Chief Oleg. And seeing as you need that helping hand, it wouldn't be too much to ask you to...
Of course we want to help. We care about other people too, you know.
Yeah, we'll help her, she'll help us.
Of course it is.
Everybody profits.
Nobody gives without expecting something in return.
Except for the miners, we probably destroy. Or I guess
I believe we're
vagrants.
dealing with kind-hearted people here, Zila. As you've all seen, the situation down here is, strained. If you can, we would really appreciate you helping the people.
Ooh, character relics. Okay, so there are equipment sets. Hmm.
Have any of you seen my husband?
You again. Quit joking around.
You think I'm joking? I saw you taking down the names of the miners.
Oh. You can put the name down here.
Don't come any closer. The road's blocked. Stay where you are.
Whoa, easy. Why are you hiding in there? Don't you know what happened in the mine?
Well, what's that got to do with us? Do you think we're the...
Is anyone with you injured? We have a doctor.
Yeah, right. And you can guarantee that no one there with you is out for blood. I don't believe it. Stay where you are.
Relics, cavern relics. Momentum, there's an offer step boost characters, blah 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 blah. As you trailblaze, yes, 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 ah, okay. So basically, we can challenge those caverns to get items.
The giant ore vein. The one
We're
they
already starting to
discovered.
break those items.
That must be where the clashes are centered. Come on.
That person up ahead. Is he asleep?
Let's head up and take a look. He might need help.
Falling asleep in a place like this. Hey! Wakey wake!
Have you got a death wish or something? How can you sleep here?
Shelter? I remember now. These guys came right at the time I was exhausted. I'd hardly run a few feet when one of them caught me. If it weren't for wildfire, they'd have stolen the clothes off. You don't know these guys. No moral compass. They'd rob you blind in a flash. Speaking of which, where is...
It seems like Chief Oleg must be up ahead.
Okay. Thank you for, getting me on my feet. If I
recognize that woman. That's Elaine from First Mining Team.
I didn't
Elaine,
recognize her. She looks
are you
just like the
okay?
ones down there.
Are you hurt?
Zila, thank goodness. I'm fine. Just a couple of... You've got good timing. Those vagrants were asking me about the robots. Oh, don't you know? The intersection of the Great Mine has been seized by a band of robots. Neither the mining team nor the vagrants can get anywhere near.
New challengers enter. About time. Human-only conflicts are so boring.
Does anyone know where the robots come from?
At first, we thought that a collective fault had occurred in the excavation machines. But then we found out that those machines didn't even belong to the mining team. They came out of nowhere and pushed the vagrants and us back. Then they blocked off the only tunnels into the intersection.
They're probably from the upper city.
There's only one possibility.
Svarog? That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sure does sound
Remember
familiar.
the robots we defeated?
Oh, Boss Svarog's robots. What's his deal?
Let's just say he's not to be trifled with.
No problem. Zila,
Robots? Aligned against humans? I've never heard of such a thing. Machines should...
Is this elevator
I've heard of such a
broken?
thing before.
Why is it
Happens
not
quite
responding?
often.
Why are you worried about this piece of junk? Do you really want to go down there and be alive to...
But if we evacuate...
You idiot! We'll just steal off the miners. Look, I saw with my own eyes. They managed to bag some geomarrow. This is a perfect opportunity.
Oh, good idea.
Shameless. Still after the miners, are you?
Yeah, those guys won't know what hit them. Or I guess maybe they will. Hey, there we get this guy.
Told you I could fight.
It just hit him.
Stay back, Clara. Try that again.
Now,
I need to be brief. Oh no!
Stay back, Clara.
Fleeing at the first sign.
Huh? What's this? Whoa! What the heck? Beep, beep, beep! Beep, beep, beep! Voice print detected. Looking up corresponding identity information. Oh my, it's an alien! Hey, it talks! And it knows that we aren't
It doesn't seem to be technology from here. Look, it even has an Interastral Peace Corporation logo on it. Perhaps it's an antiquity left behind by some past interstellar.
Beep, beep, beep. Your mom's an antiquity. Beep, beep, beep! Whatever. So you aliens know about the Interastral Peace Corporation? That's great! Beep, beep, beep! Self-introduction. I am Richard, the Home Use Object Finder. Model information. Version 0.63. Professional model. Annual Deluxe Package. Nickname? Findy.
A home use object finder? Who knew the IPC made these kind of—
Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is damaged. Please send me to an Interastral Peace Appliances retail store near you for free repair within the warranty period of 232 years, 84 days. Beep, beep, beep. Alien, please take me to an—
What? This fella's already broken. What should we do? Take it with us?
Beep, beep, beep! Yes, yes, yes! When you need to find something you can't see, just call upon
Yeah, we'll see if that thing gets super annoying after enough time or not.
What was that?
That was a robot punch to the face.
Leave it to me.
Told you I could fight. Here!
That's better.
Thanks a lot.
We have a healer now, that's nice.
You eliminated Stay back, Clara.
You can't run!
Let's begin.
Told you I could fight.
Not his. Does his bounce not bounce? He just hit one person or something?
Naughty child.
But it seems to be.
I hope I helped.
Suppose I should take a look before I get too crazy. Yeah, faster turns, that's right. I did decide faster turns would be nice. 20, 20, 30. Okay, everybody leveled up. I don't remember getting those boots, but I guess we did at some point. These things are just 2 stars, so I'm sure they're pretty garbo. Lead us to the treasure, little buddy.
What was that?
Ooh, a good caning.
Told you I could fight.
Are you alright? Stay back, Clara.
Try that again.
Annihilate. Stay back, Clara.
His attack animation is kind of cool with this cane.
Hey, what's that commotion? It sounds like...
It's nice and all. We are in treasure chests. We even got boots. It's not too hard to level up the adventurer's level there. Sure, you know what, we'll teleport back. Be easy enough to get to where we were here in the dungeon. The really nice thing about these types of games is like it's super easy to move between places and switch to doing something else all of a sudden. Do. Home is where the pom-pom is. You're my favorite too, pom-pom. I don't care about the rest of the people on the train. Yeah, that's what we want. A full set of... Ooh, this is gonna go on our March 7th. Think about putting it on our main lady for the extra 15% defense, but then it's like extra amount you can absorb from the person who puts the shield on. And that's perfect for her. It also completes one of our challenges. I can't remember which one. Relics. Boom, boom, boom. I guess we got new things. Oh, we can enhance these derpy things too? Oh. Ooh, that makes big differences right there. Okay. Oh, and it gets the facts when you level them up so many times. Oh, yeah. Just like Genshin, I remember that was that was a thing in the Genshin Impact that sometimes was a little annoying. You didn't get any of the bonuses you wanted at all. I don't really think I'll care at all this time, though. Outgoing healing, that's kind of not useful for you at all. Attack up is decent. What if they're limited to certain things? Oh, I only have one piece of chest armor. The point percentage seems to be the big main one. Speed +1. That's kind of nice. That's pretty not bad. I don't actually know what's super good or not good, to be honest with you. There we go. That was what we wanted. The 4-piece set. Bud of treasure. Oh, it's just a money one. Okay. Most of the way up to our next Trailblaze level right there. Okay, yeah, that's where that was. Didn't activate it just yet, but won't take long to run on over there and then activate that. This guy just kind of feels like a shady villain type. Intelligent. Plotting behind the scenes type character. Welt. Well, we'll see how he goes though as we play and use him. Clara and March 7th are my favorite two so far for team synergy.
Hey, what's that commotion? Sounds like there's a big argument happening.
Let's kick their ass. How dare they argue?
Bullies. I don't remember you guys acting this tough around Svarog's minions. Did your parents never teach you what a backbone was?
We ain't stupid. Why would we risk our lives against the robots? And get off the high road. You can't just find a huge chunk of geomarrow and hog it all to yourselves.
This mine is our territory. The mining team is laboring here day in and day out. You guys don't even pretend like you're here to lend a hand. You're lazy. All you want is to profit off our sweat and tears. You don't even try hiding it. Disgraceful.
Where does disgrace come into it when we can't even fill our stomachs, huh? I know your game. You're just waiting for us to starve to death so there's more food for your mind.
It's a waste of time trying to reason with you. While you've been kicking up this fuss, the whole vein's been seized by robots. Now we're all in the same.
Right. We can't rely on the vein anymore. But don't forget which side brought loaded guns to the party.
Whoa, easy. What are you trying to pull off? I'm warning you,
Empty threat. Wildfire are stuck dealing with Svarog's minions. How are they gonna help you now?
Well, good thing they didn't notice us standing over like probably like a few feet to the right off the cutscene. These helmets must narrow their vision really bad.
Getting ready to attack. Those miners,
You shameless scoundrels!
I've got this.
No need to play the hero.
I'm going to. We can't let these thugs get away with whatever they like.
You're not even part of the underground, Bron.
And who do we have here? Do you know whose territory this is?
It's gonna be ours soon enough. We'll take it over.
Isn't your territory. I'm in a hurry. I'll take you all in one go.
The weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Told you I could fight.
Even his lines are so villainy. I love it.
I need to be brave.
Annihilate. Take back Clara.
We're gonna meet Svarog. His little friend.
Thank goodness you came. We were nearly,
Nothing but a few knuckleheads. I'm just glad you're okay. Antonia.
Meanwhile, we're literally just murdering people, no problem.
They've been gone for a while now. If Wildfire was around, those thugs wouldn't have dared.
Seems like the core of this problem is Svarog's robots. Your run-of-the-mill robots don't have a will of their own. The boss. He appeared suddenly after the guards were redeployed and became a Svarog claims to be a guardian of humanity, All the ownerless robots obey his commands. They've occupied the Furnace Core hub, and they're not letting... Nobody knows why Svarog did any of this. He usually doesn't leave the Furnace Core and interfere unless some kind of disorder...
Wait, a guardian of humanity? That can...
Looks like your mighty architects weren't as all-knowing as you thought.
Can you two say anything without quarreling? This isn't the time!
Right. There's unfinished business here. The chief is still down there. It's only about...
Oh, is Zila starting to appreciate?
I'll be honest. You guys are hardworking. If everyone from Wildfire were as impressive as you on the battlefield... Antonia, can you take the mining team back?
Sure thing, but be careful. There are a lot of...
We'll just muscle our way through those robos. And not a lot of that stuff builds up. I don't really need money right now, but I probably will later real bad. It's gonna probably start costing a lot once you get upgraded characters to a certain level. And cards and equipment. You have to upgrade everything you have. Yeah.
Is this the right way? It looks like there's a roadblock up ahead.
I'll be the judge of that.
Treasure.
Come on, let's take a closer look.
It's completely blocked by...
Easy. It belongs to the mining team. We can't just...
Easier said than done. Do you know how?
We could step on this, then step on that, then hop on down and we're past it.
Yeah, of course. Every underworlder worth their salt knows how to fix... Even the pin connecting the body to the chassis is broken. We need to find spare parts we can use nearby.
Beep, beep, beep! Friends, do you need to find something? How come you just jumped out on your own, little fella? Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is indeed broken. However, come on. Input the name of the object you... Oh, well, aren't you Where's the input interface? Minecart pin, minecart wheel set. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Item found.
The beep 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 part kind of gets annoying after a while. We can get rid of that and fix that.
Terms of service, my search result accuracy and reliability are not guaranteed. For more information, please call in beep, beep, beep. As stated in the terms of service, my search result accuracy and reliability are not guaranteed. For more information, please call in beep, beep, beep. Finding will create a calendar reminder for when you beep, beep, beep. Potential target object detected. The current search has concluded.
Let me see.
Beep, beep, beep. How convenient. So, beep, beep, beep.
Well, it was a good idea.
Beep, beep, beep. Initiate beep, beep.
Okay, that beep 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 has officially gotten annoying. After only a couple scenes so far, I do not like Fundy.
Beep, beep, beep. As stated in the terms of service, my search result accuracy and reliability are not guaranteed. For more information, please call in beep, beep, beep. As stated in the terms of service, my search result accuracy and reliability are not guaranteed. For more beep, beep, beep. Potential target object detected. The current search has... That's it? You were a beep, 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 beep. We're...
Well, not that long.
Are you gonna do it yourself?
Why wouldn't I? You've got to be self-reliant down here. Watch. You might learn something.
All right, mission accomplished.
work. You know, didn't...
The cart is about...
The robots will have seized the road ahead by now. We should go careful.
Whoa! Stop! Stop! There's a big evil hunk of...
That model. It's one of... Don't be afraid. I've dealt with those robots before.
I wasn't afraid, and I was gonna kick its ass.
Stay calm.
Well, it's that tougher guy, for sure.
Naughty child.
Whoops, wrong one I attacked there.
Eliminating front.
Try that again.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Thanks a lot.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, as far I'll teach your minion a lesson.
Nap time.
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating front.
Naughty child.
Try that again.
Man, they just want to come after that one guy specifically.
Let's begin.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Told you I could fight.
That's better.
Time to
I need
retreat.
to be brave.
Eliminating front. Are you all right?
I'm
Stay back,
okay.
Clara.
Can't run.
Stay back, Clara.
Try that again. My turn. I'm not afraid of you. Look out!
Nap time.
Leave it to me. The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
I guess I should maybe use his ability too at some point. Did I explore all that already? Yeah, I did.
Seeing it up close, this vein's even more spectacular.
I doubt the underground will ever see it fully excavated.
Feel like a cutscene has to happen there. map even looks like it cuts off them, so for sure it leads to another area later.
Told you I could fight. Here!
Stay back, Clara.
You can't run!
Oh, eliminating my hand.
Stay back, Clara.
Try that again.
Let's begin.
Tough luck running into me. I need to be brave.
Annihilate. The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
There's quite a few little enemies down there by this rock.
Vein.
Aha, it's our
this is
main
what
party
everyone
member.
is fighting over. Mr. Svarog, it's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geom.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days. I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the or in question. State your...
Right. I wanted Mr. Svarog to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30...
I know why you did it, Mr. Svarog. It's just the mining team and Wildfire. They don't understand your actions.
My mission is the protection of the underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my human behavior will always deviate from rational company, as evidenced by their presence here.
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
Zila, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the underworld is the optimal.
Again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. With
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
What about the girl in red? That robot is gonna take her away.
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills. Don't hit them too hard.
I was getting bored of those minions. Time.
You know nothing of the weight behind it. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Haha, we slowed you down. Show you for showing up, think you could get an extra turn.
Stand down.
Here!
Naughty child.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Time for a shot.
Oh, those guys are almost dead after that. Okay.
Naughty child. That's better.
Timely treatment.
Tough luck running into me!
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr.
Will it make her
Sparrow.
targeted for 2 turns, or more likely to be targeted?
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
Then she didn't even get attacked.
I need to be brave. Look out!
My turn.
I'm not afraid of you.
Just in time. Just a little something. Ain't nothing.
Timely treatment.
He shoots a teddy bear and it explodes in the presence.
You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
That'll take nap time.
Stand down.
Very not too bad. That was pretty easy.
Not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
A lot, which is why Wildfire has never been able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have enough firepower. Clara? Don't worry about her. That girl is best pals with Svarog. She's always following behind him. He wouldn't harm her. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it.
No need to look far. Nice work, Zila. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from?
Nice mouth
We
movement,
thought we
bro.
were in it for the long haul.
Chief,
He's not a
is
main
everyone
character,
okay?
obviously.
Is anyone injured?
We're fine. We're used to it at this point. We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. The mine ship. And, who are your friends here?
Ah, them. They're outsiders that Sample brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
I don't want to be friends with them.
That's quite the tone to take on our first meeting. I won't forget you. So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire.
I didn't know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too.
Well, this is new. Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld. And now out this Stellaron you speak of. Never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one. The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
Stop right there.
In this overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer. I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect. Let's get back to the main topic.
Huh? Isn't Svarog what?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
remember hearing this world was invaded by the Legion hundreds of years ago.
Robots don't forget. If Svarog...
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince...
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go...
What should we...
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that... It's difficult. We have time. Let's get into the details tomorrow. It's late.
Well, we already have him on our team, so we should just be able to ask him. That's not how this works.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Oh, record.
You guys have some moves. If you need my help with anything... It'll take more than that. Oh, I wanted to ask you... That... Oh... She heads up... It's just... I thought that Silvermane guards were... Anyway, I've got stuff to report to the...
Wildfire? The vagrants? Sorry. Did you have something you wanted to say? We do? I hadn't realized. I've received rigorous... I admit Zila is talented. Hey, thanks for...
Enemy ahead.
24. I guess I could have used consumables. Whatever. We should be good enough to take this guy down.
Stay calm.
Tough luck running into me! You can't run! Try that again! I need to be brave.
The bleed hurts.
Naughty child. Now kind. My turn! Here! I try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Eliminating threat.
You can't run! Time for a shot. That's better.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
The whole turn shutdown thing for him in is pretty freaking good.
Stand down.
Try that again! I want to protect everyone too! Help me, Mr. Sparrow! Naughty child.
Target threat index lower. Eliminating threat.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Leave it to me.
Tough luck running into me! Naughty child. Try that again. Gotta try hard sometimes.
He's really locked onto the healer here.
Watch this awesome move!
Let's begin.
And then he locks onto her again. Does not want to let her go.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
You can't run!
Eliminating threat.
Told you I could fight.
Naughty child.
Try that again.
Time for a shot. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Timely treatment.
Nap time. Naughty child.
I'm not afraid of you.
Look out!
Leave it to me.
Pressure spreader, huh? I think we got the, yeah, musketeer thing. Yeah, there we go. It's not too bad for our main character. It's not like it's anything amazing, but whatever. Something. Something in every slot. Yeah, I guess we could see if this place is unlocked now that we did that thing down here. What's this? Oh, formidable foe. More than one, I guess. There's a bunch of thugs around here.
Stay. Let's begin.
Told you I could fight.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
I need to be brave.
Hide.
You're annoying!
Time for a shot.
My turn!
That'll take more than medicine. That's better.
Annihilate.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
For an easy takedown. What? That took both of you guys down. All shenanigans on that
I know
one.
nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Tough luck running into me!
Nap time.
Eliminating threat.
Naughty child.
Timely treatment.
Yeah, we unlocked the lift for,
Stay.
it's easy,
Leave
lift
it to me.
abilities. Are these really supposed to be the strong enemies here?
could fight.
You know nothing of the weight behind survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Told you I could fight.
My first shot. Now,
Let's begin.
My turn.
I'm not afraid of you.
Leave it to me.
Oh, there's 5 of them this time. Okay.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
that'll take more than medicine.
Ooh, and this one's actually kind of tough. Maybe it's a couple of them are tough. I don't know for sure.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow.
Let's get our counter set up.
Try that again. Can't run.
Nap time.
Told you I could fight. Try that again. You can't run.
Naughty child.
Work so well together.
Stand down.
Arcane guy's doing pretty good too. Our healer is just kind of there for emergency situations. Thief's mentor boots or meteor boots. I don't know. I couldn't read that. These things kind of flash on and off the screen pretty fast.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't see anything over there. Oh, it did open up over here. Okay, cool. This might actually be where we need to go to. I don't know for sure. Oh, maybe not. Hey, Thief's Meteor. Boots. Thought that was a piece of collectibles. Trotter, huh?
Let's begin.
I almost feel bad attacking this thing.
nothing
But
of
I'm
the
still
weight
gonna do
behind
it.
this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I need to be brave.
Hide.
One first shot.
Leave it to me. The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Delos Piggy. That's actually not too bad. 2 of those. "21 days. 21 days. I think we'll have a good amount of time to get through a lot of this. I think. I don't see any cards or anything. Large, super large experiences. If you want the good rewards, of course, you have to get this garbage stuff. Oh. For rare materials, your choice. What's this? Meh. Gives you 1 warp trotter at 1 times. Okay. So they probably give you a good amount of something or other. I didn't even notice what they gave me when I killed it.
Interesting.
Are we at the beginning again now? Yeah, totally are. Okay. We did a
Next
full
destination.
circle.
Up to you.
I've accrued quite a few of these little things. I'll buy one of those once I can. I didn't think I was doing a lot of stuff.
Must be Oleg's guests.
Hey, that's
It's fine. You aren't the first guest. A few hundred years ago, one ancestor of the Goethe family was ambitious and sought to build something big from nothing. Have you seen that stylish Goethe hotel? Strictly speaking,
Oh, people with big dreams have big determination.
Oleg wants me to take good care of y'all. Here's the key. You'll be staying in.
What do you think? Should we go ahead and call it a day? Time to rest again. That Oleg, he seems sincere. What do you guys think?
Yeah, better than the other worlder. Or overworlder.
Happy now? She's even starting to sound like you.
It has nothing to do with me, but if you ask for my opinion,
Fine. We'll keep our guards up. Our last...
one of us should keep watch tonight.
Keep watch?
Are we space cowboys now? I guess this is the cause. No, I don't. I'll keep watch. Branya, did you finish talking to Oleg? Hope he didn't make things difficult. Not really. Though it wasn't the friendliest conversation. We didn't see eye to eye. I've come to know a great deal in a short time. Doubt I'll be able to fall asleep I doubt I'll be able to sleep either. Not that I don't trust you. It's just, you're a Silvermane Guard officer in the underground. There might be people looking to harm you. Wouldn't be surprised if there are. The Silvermane Guards have a lot to make amends for. If someone had made a stand in the outset and explained the consequences to Madame Kokolia, you don't need to worry about me. Oleg guaranteed that I wouldn't be harmed. He seemed...
Personally, I need about 6 more pillows and about like 3 or 4 more blankets. So let's just go average. Memory foam pillows. I do really like memory foam pillows. Heisenberg. Yeah, with unsatisfactory for the bed and everything. There, that's more like it.
I lost her. My wish. Your so-called plan. What is the point of it all? Silence! She is my daughter. My only... You soulless thing. How could you begin to fathom? You will never understand. Never! A new world.
Well, she's gone full evil. Definitely gonna become some kind of a final boss for sure.
That voice again. May as well go for a walk if I...
Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up behind me next time. Like, no sleep for you. I understand. Actually, seeing as there's no this Stellaron you speak of, if you were to find it, how sure
Sure, we can stop it 100%, no problem.
your confidence actually makes me even more worried. This isn't like, you know, it was difficult for me to believe you. Some of the words you use are too alien for those that have lived their entire life in Belobog. As far as I was concerned, Madame Cocolia's order to arrest you sounded reasonable. But why didn't she? She must have realized something about you. Something I haven't yet been able to perceive from what must have transpired to cause her such a drastic change. Still, orders are orders. It's not for soldiers to... I don't need you to remind me. And I didn't have every confidence that I was doing the right thing. But the sense of duty to carry out an order is bound in the past. Overworld soldiers on the front line would lose their lives in droves. And yet, the fragment, nevertheless, that was her reason for deploying all the Silvermane guards to the front line. The transport line for supplies in Geomera remained open, but the passage between the surface and the underground ceased. I never thought that the underworld would sink into such ruin without the Silvermane guards. But how can I change her mind? I've tried, but she won't listen. I don't know how to get through to her. You mean... what was I thinking? No, I shouldn't. The more I think about it, the more disoriented I get. Which in turn makes me think about it even more. I just want a better life for the... Maybe you're right. Or not. Right now, walk with me. Let's forget our problems for... I can't remember the last time I went for a walk like this. I never thought I'd take one through
making us
such a
actually
strange
walk.
place. With someone I'd only just gotten to know. It's so quiet here. I'm not used to it. Quieter things are around you, the louder the... I'm surprised the vagrants in the Great Mine go after the mining teams. They must be desperate.
We'll get to our destination one day.
How much longer can you last with your current supplies?
Is that Zila? Let's go take a look.
All sneaky like.
No. I'll go to Rivet Town and bring them back for you.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Get Oleg to send some...
The rest of Wildfire has barely gotten any sleep the last few days. They should rest. They'd only be whole. Besides, didn't you say some of the miners were gravely injured?
Yeah, we're here to help. Save the
Aren't you
day.
supposed to be sleeping? What are you doing out here? Up to no good, perhaps?
We're just having a walk. Neither of us could sleep. You can rescind your...
Walk somewhere else, then.
Easy, Zila. Maybe they can help. Here's the situation. The clinic is packed full of people injured in the mines incident. Since you helped us resolve things, Zila and I have been busy caring for them. As you know, the underground is lacking resources to begin with. Add on the sudden nature of the incident, and it's no surprise that the clinic is almost out of medical supplies.
The situation
Just
in other
noticed she actually
towns
has a
is
teddy
even
bear on
worse
her
than ours.
outfit.
As the fragmentum spreads underground, more monsters go roaming around, causing trouble for all the towns. The town's resources have been swallowed up by the fragmentum. To get anything now, people have to risk their lives.
Easy now, Zila. Anger isn't good for one's health. Zila and I actually aren't from here. We both come from an industrial town to the north. A few years ago, the fragmentum began to seep into the town center. I used to manage an orphanage and clinic there. But after the fragmentum corroded the area, I had no choice but to move here to Boulder Town. After all...
Go to a corroded town to collect some useful resources? I'm in.
Yeah, sure, we'll help too. There could be other treasure and monsters in
You
there
want
to
to
fight.
come as well? But
hold up. I never said
people's lives are at stake. Why wouldn't you want another person to help? Besides, I have some...
Well,
Zila's lack of outright rejection means she approved. Come, let me give you a list of materials. The place you're going to is called Rivet Town. Follow the path through the mountains to the north for a bit, and you'll... let me think. I'm almost out of metal plates and bandages used for immobilizing broken bones. There's a market in the center of Rivet Town. Residents left behind piles of materials there when they evacuated. Oh, also rubbing alcohol. I kept a bunch at the orphanage, since the kids often got into tussles. Lastly, painkillers. There should be a bunch stored in the old lab. Hopefully they have... These should be enough to get by for a bit longer.
metal plates and bandages, rubbing alcohol. Let's go. If we leave now, we can still make it back before sundown.
If we hadn't happened to be passing by, were you really planning on going into the fragmentum alone?
Of course. What's all the fuss about? I've done that loads of times.
So reckless. According to the rules of the Silvermane Guards, any expedition into the fragmentum must have a squad of at least 4 members, as well as a communications officer.
Exactly. A rule of the Silvermane Guards. Don't apply your rules to us.
Did I get a recipe from her for talking to her?
We're here. This is Rivet Town. It looks familiar. Let's go, and watch your step. I haven't been here in a long time. There are probably some monsters around.
Pretty fast to get here. The lights are still even working.
Way over there. See that house on the hill? That's Natasha's. After Oleg found me, he said... Natasha said that the house was donated by some rich businessman. Whatever his business may have been, I miss those carefree days.
Huh.
What?
No, it's just...
Look down there. See the mess that remains of those old stalls? That's Rivet Town's market. Let's keep moving. Watch out.
Feed.
Careful. Enemies ahead. These aren't like vagrants. They won't...
They won't what now?
Time for some hardship.
turn.
Nap time.
Oh, she's strong enough to just take him out on her own.
I helped.
Restaurant?
The most famous restaurant in town. Natasha would bring the kids who behaved well here for a special meal.
So, did she ever bring
Are you alright? Stay back, Clara. Time for some hardship.
Tough luck running into me. Phew!
Time for a shot.
Hide. Stay back, Clara. Are you alright? Stay back, Clara.
I hope I helped.
If you find any components, can I have them?
The facilities here seem to be in pretty good shape. Not like those of a place that has been abandoned for years.
Now that you mention it, it does seem a little... Could people still be living here? Impossible.
Maybe this is where Svarog lives.
There's a bunch of crates piled over there. Maybe we can find what we're looking for. Darn. How could they all be empty? Now even the monsters...
The monsters of the Fragmentum don't need any materials we humans use. And if they did take anything, this place would look...
You mean that someone else got...
It's just a guess, but there are also some footprints on the ground here.
The scent of dirt is still fresh. Let's go then. We need to find something, even if we have to search every corner of this market.
Time for some hardship.
Told you I could fight. Here! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Stay back, Clara. Leave it to me.
Tough luck running into me!
That'll take more than medicine.
Time to
I need to be brave.
Hide. Stay back, Clara.
If you find any components, can I have them?
Look at this little kid here.
Eric? Hey, Brat! How could you come here by yourself?
Zila! You aren't the boss of me.
You took the materials and hid them all here. But if we didn't take care of those monsters, what were you planning to do?
Who asked you to do anything? I was just about to escape. I didn't need your...
Still stubborn, huh? Then tell me, how exactly...
There's always...
Don't be so polite to him. Everyone in the underworld knows this brat is a no-good thief. If I remember correctly, even the clothes you're wearing... Tell us, What do you even want metal plates and gauze bandages for?
200.
What?
200 shield.
Are you kidding me? You want to negotiate?
Not much, but I didn't bring my coin purse.
You're actually planning to give this little crook money?
No! Not this time.
Pretending to use your dad again as an excuse.
No!
Zila, that's enough. It's Eric, right?
What?
This is a medal given to me by the architects. See that blue stone in the middle? That you need money for your family, right? Take this and show it to an... But you'll have to promise me one. Then it's a deal.
Thank you. You guys need to be careful too. There seems to be some... Oh, right! The road across from the market is blocked. If you want to go further, you'll have to go to the shopping street.
Got it. Thanks for the...
That object. Whisper, you sure you're okay? Just...
If it will make him change his ways, it's... From a young age, my mother taught me to be forgiving and to preserve the goodwill in people's hearts. Even if I am but a small glimmer of light in this world, I must try my best to shine brightly for others. I must give him a chance, Zila, because other people can't.
I don't really get what you just said. Eric said that we need to take the shopping street to go any further. I think I still remember where it is.
Box of metal plates and then that's some of what we needed. Guess I should look for my equipment again here.
High threat target ahead.
Huh.
Stay. Stay calm.
Tough luck running into me!
You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
My turn!
Naughty child.
I'm not afraid of you.
Hide. Right.
I'm
Stay back, Clara.
Try that again!
Stay back, Clara.
Nap time.
Tough luck running into me! Here!
Stay back, Clara.
You can't run!
Target threat index lowered.
Look out!
Time for a shot.
Oh, buttons. I should have
Now.
shield with her.
Eliminating threat.
Let's begin.
Naughty child.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow. I need to be brave.
Dang it.
Look out!
Leave it to
Those
me.
I should actually interaction
My
tab.
turn!
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Try that again! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Eliminating threat.
Let's begin.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Are you alright? Take that, Clara.
You can't run.
Interesting.
Okay, let's take a look at our equipment. Relics. I guess those are all the same. That doesn't really matter though. Hit rate going up is not bad for coming out thing. Hit rate up, attack percent up. Let's see, do I have any enhancement things for that? Belt is kind of our other damage dealer so far.
This is the street, all right.
Another
The
broken robot.
orphanage should be at the end.
These shops and signs. Why do I feel like I've seen them before?
Pretty easy fix.
Let's begin.
Oh, I guess I hit with this. We didn't even have.
Naughty child.
Tough luck running into me. You.
Take that, Clara.
Try that again.
Take that, Clara.
You can't run.
Are you alright? Take that, Clara. Take that, Clara.
Close to a little
That'll
bit,
take
so.
more than medicine. Nap time.
Time for some hardship. The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
For a second, I thought all I got was the solid water and a couple credits. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty garbage chest.
Stay calm.
My turn. Here.
Stay back, Clara.
Try that again.
Okay, it's kind of tough.
I need to be brave.
Hide. Stay back, Clara.
You can't run.
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow.
Oh, froze two of those guys. But
leave it to me. Stand down.
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
Thanks a lot. You can't run. Here.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Let's begin.
Time for a shot.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
yeah, at least does not do much damage to this guy.
Nap
Tough luck running into me. Phew.
Naughty child. That's better.
Timely treatment. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I need to be brave. Woohoo! My turn. I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora. Here. You can't run.
I should come back. Leave it to me.
That hurt her pretty bad there.
Stand down.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Eliminating threat.
Literally, I have none of the things to break this guy. That makes it a lot harder to take him down, actually.
Try that again. You can't run. Woohoo! Here.
Let's begin.
Oh yeah, they recover for a couple turns after she does her heal.
Stand down.
Forgot about that too.
That's better.
Thanks. I'll never. You can't run. Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Doesn't do much damage, but some damage is
Tough
still
luck
useful.
running into me.
Leave it to me.
Eliminating threat.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a shot.
Let's begin.
My turn! Here! I'm not afraid of you. Woohoo!
Leave it to me.
Yep, good job. He does some damage. And our main person. Been bad.
If you find any components, can I have them?
Just lead back to the beginning or something. Totally does too. Oh.
Stay back, clever. Time for some hardship.
Taking out a battle.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I hope I helped.
Robot settlement.
The entrance to the orphanage is up this way. I wonder what the old place is like now. Maybe some things will still look familiar.
I feel like I went away from... Oh yeah, I did too. I was trying to go right over. Guess I could just teleport to it.
These
Didn't even think about
stairs,
that.
they seem to have become more narrow.
You know what, while we're at it, maybe we should go back. Synthesize. Fury or protective? Oh. Hmm. Maybe doing one of these wouldn't be bad either. I think I have to probably hit a certain trailblazer level before I can do that. I'm not using any 4-star cards. Cavern of Corrosion mission, huh? Assignment? Oh, we have new ones here. Okay, cool. Start getting those.
Stay. Let's begin.
That'll take more than medicine.
My turn!
That's better.
Timely treatment.
Told you I could fight. Here!
Naughty child. Nap time.
Stand down.
You can't run!
Time for a shot.
Try that again!
Leave it to me.
Target threat index lowered.
Woohoo!
Nap time.
Here!
Stand down.
Naughty child.
We good. We started with our next fight. Everything looking good.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
I try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! Try that again! I want to protect everyone too! Help me, Mr. Sora!
That'll take more than...
I got one of those little things that gives you 2 of your E button back. I should really like Welt's E button. It's really nice.
Stay. Let's begin.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Tough luck running into me! Here! I'm not afraid of you.
Naughty child. I'm okay.
Try that again.
Nap
We can get through this quick.
Holiness your forum! Watch this awesome move!
The galaxy is vast beyond repair.
Almost there. I didn't expect this place to be so well preserved. You know, we could have worked together to... We made it! It's been so long. But hey, where are you going?
Yeah, I want to explore.
These crates have been sitting here for many years, right? Even if they have materials.
Do you think undergrounders care about expiration dates? No. No. How are they all empty?
Careful! Enemy behind you!
I've only seen this kind of monster before in the restricted zone.
I don't care how big you are.
Stay calm. You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Oh, he resisted it.
Time for a shot.
He resisted that too, dang.
Tough luck running into me! You!
Take that, Clara.
You can't run! I need to be brave.
Yeah, this is the same guy that was kind of a pain to before.
Nap time.
Let's begin.
My turn!
Your nap got slowed.
Here! Try that again! You're annoying!
Oh, this one's definitely weaker.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Naughty child.
Tough luck running into me! You! I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat.
Try that again! You can't run!
Nap time.
Here!
Time for a shot.
I'm not afraid of you.
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Naughty child.
Nah, I could
Or
have taken
against
it on
one.
by myself. But still, fighting alone should be all clear now. The kids at the orphanage were always getting into scraps when we played out here. I just hope the
It wasn't my imagination.
Huh?
This building? This...
What? Come on. The overground and underground have been... Wait.
Yes, it's a possibility. That would explain what... Come on. I need to look around a bit more.
Maybe she grew up down here and she's not really the daughter of the person up top.
We've looked everywhere, but Wait, it's barely damaged. Nat wouldn't have expected her old supplies from.
You should still check the expiration date for things like rubbing alcohol. If
True. Huh? What's this?
This is.
Yeah,
something
I'll
from
cook
when I was a
spaghetti tomorrow or something. At some point.
When you were a child?
I could be too tired, that might just happen. If that's the case, I'll make something else out of it.
No. I used to live here. Before the architects took me away.
You're...
Yes. I'm the successor chosen by the architects. In the future. Why? Why didn't I remember this until now? No. Mother would never do that to me. There's no way. The architects said that the guardian successor is selected from among all people in Belobog. The selection process can take anywhere from... During that time, all children of the appropriate age in both the overworld and the underworld will be tested. In the end, I must have been chosen from among the children here, and then...
The kids at the orphanage are always coming and going. I never thought that there would have been a future supreme guardian among us.
I don't think she knows. The selection of the successor is done with utmost, and thus I became the daughter of Madame Cocolia. My only identity is that of guardian successor. Every day I see Silvermane guards sacrifice their lives in the Fragmentum. But I've never had the resolve. The underworld has been struggling, but in the end, I haven't been able to...
Hey!
Huh?
When?
What?
What? You thought I should feel sorry for you after your little speech? You can hide in your palace while you fuss over your overworld problems. And on the front line, it's not even you who's putting their life in danger. But in the underworld, what do we worry about? If we'll have food for our next meal, or even if I am but a small glimmer of light in this world, I must...
You're right. Thank you, Zila. Usually when I feel sorry for myself...
I'm no good at consoling, but I can tell that you have... Yeah, Lady Branya. How about I show you around the orphanage a bit more? Like you, my memories from when I was little are crystal clear.
Okay.
While they reminisce, we'll do something
I
else.
should let those two people alone for a bit. The only thing left to find is...
It's down the one area we weren't allowed to go before.
Oh, it's here. Thank you, Perkins.
That sounds like one of our best characters.
Warning. Warning. Danger detected. Protect Clara. Initiating active...
Perkins, don't! I've seen this person before.
Command received. Danger removed.
This place is dangerous. You should... Oh, I came... There are a lot of people hurt at the Vagrant camp. I guess the miners are no different? Here you are. Mr. Svarog, he's my family. I met Mr. Svarog when I was real little. He took me in and took care of me. I'm really sorry about what happened back in the Great Mine. Mr. Svarog doesn't trust any humans besides me, especially... Mr. Svarog doesn't want to hurt people, but he always follows the calculations of his and Wildfire wants everyone to leave the underground. But Mr. Svarog wants everyone to stay here. According to his calculations, the overground is already unsafe. Yes. He says that his responsibility is preservation. To do that. I know that Wildfire wants to talk to Mr. Svarog, but no matter how many times you talk to him, so please trust me. I'll try to persuade Miss...
Clara!
You're... Miss Zila from Wildfire.
Why are you helping the vagrants look for medicine? If they're so great, how could they make a little girl go around running errands?
No, it's not like that. I wasn't made to do anything. It's just that the living conditions for the vagrants aren't great. There's not even a clinic, and also, not all of them are bad people. Miss Zila, did this medicine belong to Miss Natasha? Then...
I see.
Really? We don't need to ask Miss...
If I know Nat, she won't mind. Although, this will make it more difficult for us.
Great! Thank you.
Are you leaving? This old town is too deep.
It's fine. I have Perkins for company. And I have some more things I need to look for.
Box of special painkillers. What we always needed. Oh, no puzzle for that one. Okay.
Metal plates and bandages. Let's go report to Natasha in Boulder.
Some 100 Trailblazer experience. Good little chunk.
The next destination, up to you.
Whoops.
That's our Zila. Nothing if...
Delivery request done.
Metal plates? Cause, it's just... there are... If she was there too, then I understand. I think you made the right...
Hey, don't worry.
No need. I'll handle the clinic.
Okay, I'm actually kind of getting hungry. Maybe I will just cook up my spaghetti stuff now.
So you guys aren't that close after all? I thought you...
You're adorable, Branya. She was obvious...
I bet old Oleg wants to talk about Svarog. We should get going.
Oh, no worries. I hope things go...
Hey, nice. We even got the bonus stuff because we already had her in our team.
Huh?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess. That one's pretty good, actually, if you got that one up there. For damage.
Tired already?
Aren't you? We didn't get any rest last night.
You're gonna have to...
Regenerate 1 skill point. Does that mean the E button? That does, it's kind of nice. I guess all those fights have gotten us quite a bit of these upgrade materials. %. It's pretty good. One item in the world shop was shield.
Step it up, you know. My record is 6 days, no shut-eye.
Aha, we have enough. Definitely buy one of those. It was kind of sad there. Must have been when she was a kid. Preservation. Start a battle. Damage. Dealt all items. 8% for 5 turns. All items use 30% of the respective hit point difference from the character's max hit point and current hit point. Okay. Pretty decent. Preservation. That's good for the healer, I think. So I'll save up and buy those when I can here. Stone from the Everwinter Monument. You know what? These recipes are probably handy to buy. Buy them. I'm sure we'll complete a couple more quests here. Right, that's the... Okay, we'll get another one of those when we do that. That's actually really good then. Can upgrade that. Okay, yeah, we'll call that good for now. Let's see what these two new items do. Pretty decent right there. That would have been useful on a couple. Okay, we're calling that good for now, guys, and I'll see you next time.